Today's video, as you can see behind me, is a very exciting one. It's a very big one, and it's none other than a huge luxury haul for what better occasion than my birthday month. Some of these purchases, full disclosure up front, were not made by me. In fact, I want to say the majority weren't, but the ones that were quite high ticket items, to be quite honest with you, so a little bit of half and half. I got very spoilt on my birthday by my mum and my dad and just my family in general, so I wanted to share the joy and share the love with you in a video, as I haven't posted one of these for a while, and this is definitely my biggest luxury haul to date, which I'm very grateful for, and I've got some of the most amazing pieces that I can't wait to share with you, and I'm so happy that I managed to get my hands on them as well, because some of them I've wanted for a very long time. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking, as that was quite the intro, and I'm gonna get stuck in. So I'm gonna get stuck into the Dolce Gabbana stuff, as that's the stuff that came first, I want to say. So these were bought by my mum, and this one right here is actually a bag. No, not the carry bag, there is a bag inside the bag. So my mum went to China, and she went to, I guess, the equivalent of Bicester Village in China, and picked up a few goodies. There's actually a long funny story behind why she bought so much D&G. It's because when we went to Malta, I wore this beautiful patterned Majolica, I think is the print specifically, dress, and I'll throw up a picture here if I find one, and it's one of my favourite dresses. I actually bought it 2 years ago. I wore it to Malta earlier this year, and my mum, bless her and all that, she thought she could wash a half silk printed, half cotton or wool dress. The blue dye on the dress was quite dominant, it seemed, and ran through the whole dress. I was up till the early hours trying to clean it up. She is a stubborn lady, doesn't like to apologise or admit she's wrong, but she repented, you could say, for it in many ways, more than 100 times over, to be honest, and she got me a bunch of D&G goodies, which are also behind me here. Enough talking, I'm gonna show you what it is. I love their dust bags. Got it the right way out? Yeah. And it's this beautiful wallet on chain. It's in the same print as my dress, pretty much. It's in this wonderful grained leather, which is very durable. Like, you can just tell it's almost like the canvas on a Louis Vuitton Keepall, or just the like canvas bags in general that they do, or the leather. It's very hard wearing, it seems, which is remarkable given that the print is so vibrant and it's white as the dominant colour. And then to open it is just, it's quite an interesting lock actually. I thought you just unhook the lock here, but it's actually a mock lock, so you just turn it like you would a normal Chanel bag or something, and then this is a loose lock, and then you open it up. You've got a chain here, which I believe is detachable. Then inside you've got beautiful detailing as well. It's spotty on the inside, and I've just got the authenticity card in here. Or is that the no, it's just a care booklet. And then, now I see it, the authenticity card is on the inside pocket, where you could probably store a couple of credit cards, etc. And then inside you've got a slip pocket here, and then the open space, and then the card holder slot that I mentioned earlier. This drop length is quite generous, and it's quite good for my height, about 5'6", 5'6.5", half matters. I think you could probably double this up as well, you know, in the typical Chanel style trick of throwing it underneath, and you can double it up like that, which is quite cute, I reckon. And you could, and it's quite a good length as well. I don't know if this specific bag model is still available in, I want to say, like mainstream stores online, or maybe even in Bicester. Do have a look if you can, but I'm sure they have similar styles of wallet on chain available. This style actually surprisingly fits a lot inside. This is my iPhone. plus, and it fits with lots and lots of room inside. This probably fits more than my Prada Kahir bag, which you could say is a very similar size and style to a traditional wallet on chain, though even though this one doesn't have like a back pocket or loads of compartments inside, I think because of the length and its generous width, it fits a lot more. So very impressed with it. Love the detail on the side. I think this would look great with plain outfits like a white tee, jeans, something very simple, wedges. I think this spices up really nice like neutral outfits. Definitely more of a summer bag, I would say, than you know, throughout the whole year, but I think it's a really cute addition. I don't have any wallet on chains, so this is like the perfect size in between. So that's this bag, and I want to say this bag, by the way, because full transparency on prices, I want to say this was about £300, which is pretty good in my opinion for a name brand bag, to be honest. So yeah, that's brilliant. On with the D&G theme, and I'm gonna go behind me now with this bag, and I've got quite a few items in here. I think I will start with the theme of the Majolica print, given I was already talking about it. And there was actually 2 dresses in here. One of them I am going to get altered, and I'll get onto that in a bit. The one that I have kept with me here to show you is, and you already see the print, it's this beautiful colourful D&G sort of swing dress, I want to say, in that same beautiful print as the bag. And to be honest, put it away, but I'm going to get it out just to show you how perfect these go together. One and the same. If I continue that story about the dresses, basically my mum, when she went abroad, she took the dress that she had, you know, altered while she was trying to get that fixed with like a dressmaker or someone professional to help wash out the colours from the silk. She also went a little bit mad in D&G and started sending me a lot of dresses in the same sort of print, as though we could try and replace that dress. Because the thing is about that dress, I got it on sale 2 years ago. It was the only one left. It was in my size. You can't buy it anymore. Anyway, bless her, she did her best and she found this beautiful dress right here. The perfect like girly summer dress. Wonderfully airy. It will not stick to your body. It looks beautiful with these tie straps as well. Very elegant, very classy. This, I think my mum probably got for about £700 equivalent. So considering this dress, I've seen it on retail from places like Matches Fashion or maybe My Teresa, and they've gone for about, you know, double that. So like 1,400, 1,500. I think this is a pretty darn good deal. Love the quality. Love the vibrancy of the print. I've learned the lessons of not washing this stuff in the sink. Dry clean it. Listen to the instructions. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then the other dress, which I don't have with me, like I mentioned, but I'll try and throw up a, well, I did an Instagram set of stories about it because it was just so funny. I've never seen a dress with that much fringing, and it looks absolutely mental with that same style of print. It's like a curtain, a glamorous, very expensive curtain. And so if you lift up the curtainy part, or the poncho part, I should say in the technical terms, you will actually see that the print and the style is almost identical to the dress that I have, except the dress that I have isn't silk all the way around. It's just silk panels on the front and then cotton on the back. But with that in mind, I think the idea is to make the poncho part removable, so that it can be worn together with that dress or separately. If I ever need a poncho, I'll have one spare. Because I think that one actually was rather cheap compared to this dress that I just showed you. I think that dress was about £300 to £400, discounted again, because D&G, as you may know, are usually in the thousands when it comes to their ready-to-wear, particularly their dresses. And the last, I suppose, D&G item that I want to show you is one that I bought myself, and I actually bought it on Louisa Via Roma. So I never actually really shopped at Louisa Via Roma. Obviously I knew it existed. I'd seen that they did coupons and things like that, but I also saw that they did exclusions with the star and stuff, and that was usually the items I liked. But then I didn't realise that they did discounts of basically up to 50%, just flash. When I was on there one day, just scrolling through, seeing what I might like, I came across a beautiful D&G dress. I saw one day they had like a 20% coupon. And I'd already thought that was amazing. So I think, or maybe then it went to 25, and then I was like, damn, this probably is the highest that they're going to go. So I bought the dress for, I want to say the dress was retail around £1,000. And then I got it on discount. So that was about, I think £800 or just like £750. And then I saw like the next couple of days later after I received the dress, that it was then discounted to 30% with a flash coupon code. And I was like, oh, so I haven't opened the dress yet. I want to just send it back, get it, and like refund it. So that's what I did. And it was very painful because I essentially at one point in time paid for 2 dresses, which was a massive dent in the bank account. I will say it was very painful. Unfortunately for me though, when I got this dress, I then saw another discount code for like 40%, and then very recently I've seen one for 50%. So yeah, a little bit miffed, little bit, just tiny bit, but in my defense, I think I bought like one of the only size 40 dresses. Oh, by the way, I'm a size 40 in Dolce Gabbana. But this is the dress. By the way, this comes with its own D&G hanger, which the other ones didn't, surprisingly. I absolutely love this dress. It's beautiful. I don't have many red dresses, if at all, and this floral print is absolutely stunning. Love it. I don't actually own a lot of red in my wardrobe, but it is my favorite color, and I just love the fact that this is encapsulating all of that, but it's not super in your face red. There's flecks of different colors in there as well, and I just think it's the perfect spring summer dress. I love the off the shoulder detail on the straps here, because that means you can wear a bra, and this strap is thick enough to cover it, which is fantastic. And I've also tried this when I've worn this, but you can actually tuck this strap in so that you can just wear it off the shoulder, which is quite nice. And then there's the concealed zip at the back, which you can hopefully see that. Yeah, so it's just concealed behind some fabric. Very lightweight material, which I like. It's very floaty. That is this dress. Very, very happy with this. And don't worry, these all go back into my wardrobe after this video is done. So they're not gonna stay like this, I promise you. Now, on the topic of Louisa Via Roma, I may as well show you my purchases from there as well. So I put 2 items in here, as I did buy 2 things from there. So this item, I have always wanted one of these. I'll be elusive for a sec. And I ended up getting 2 of these. It's none other than a Balmain blazer. I'd never actually seen a Balmain blazer in the flesh until very recently, like a month ago, when I went to try myself on for sizing, and that was before I actually bought this. So this blazer I'd seen on many websites. I always wanted a dogtooth or houndstooth type of jacket. This one caught my eye, and I really liked how it was styled with just plain like jeans and a white top. And it just so happened when I was scrolling one day on Louisa Via Roma that I came across this blazer. This blazer, I believe, retail is $1,495 on most retailers. Though for some reason on Louisa Via Roma, I feel like it was cheaper. I feel like it was about $1,195. Before buying it on Louisa Via Roma, I need to work out what my size is and things like that. I went to Harrods to go into the Balmain section. They just were having a 30% preview sale actually, and I didn't realise this at the time, but I am essentially a size 34, or a very small 36 depending on the style. They allowed me to try on one of the 36s because they didn't have a 34 in stock, and it just like swamped me, and the shoulders are very exaggerated. I don't know if you could tell. I'm squishing this whole bit and that's just shoulder. And when I tried on 36, I was like, holy crap, this is really pointy. I look like the Wicked Witch of the West. It looked crazy. And so I was very unsure about getting this. I waited until this actually went on sale, and this I got for a whopping 45% off. That's right, I got this blazer for about 700-ish pounds, which I'm so happy about. And they just brought in a size 34. It's the last one, I believe. So I was like, result. Tried it on, fits like a glove. The only thing I would say is the shoulders are very pointy. They did say in the store that you could reduce them, but I just feel like that would tamper with the style if the dressmaker didn't do it right. I don't think they do this in-house with Balmain either, so it's a little bit risky, isn't it, with something of this value. And if you were to ever want to try and resell it, I feel like that would impact it a lot because you've been tampering with the shoulders. Before I bought this, I didn't realise, you know, why people raved so much about Balmain blazers. I genuinely thought it was just an Instagram fad, that it would die down. I also didn't think they were worth the money of a whopping £1,500 essentially. But as soon as I touched this blazer and other blazers and tried them on, I could see what people were talking about. I understood why people were raving about them so much. And honestly, when you put on a Balmain blazer, you feel so powerful and chic. The quality is second to none, and I just love that you could wear a statement blazer and everything else is very plain and it would look amazing. I love the print. It disguises any marks that could be on it. I love this because it contrasts perfectly to another item that I will show you, because yeah, I didn't buy just one Balmain blazer, as you may have caught the hint. I bought two. And this blazer I actually saw in the Harrods preview, 30% preview, when I went to go try on this blazer, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And it is this beautiful white blazer. To get a white blazer is a big deal for me. It's not something I thought I'd ever do. But upon trying on like the classic black one, which to me seemed a little bit boring and done, to be honest, I thought this was a perfect summer blazer. And actually it looks really just with like smart trousers as well that you can wear to work. It looks absolutely stunning on. I will put a picture up to show you what I mean. You can wear this over trousers, but also dresses, skirts, shorts as well. The shoulders are also normal. It's got silver buttons as well, whereas this one's gold. So they're very two different purposes. This one's very much nighttime, I want to say, a bit more casual. This one you could really dress up. I will say, in terms of sizing, these two do differ. I'm not entirely sure why. I believe they're made of the same materials. So it's a cotton wool blend, I believe. I had to get this one in a size 36 because although I'm in a 34 for this style, when I tried on the 34 in store, although it fit well, over the shoulder area, which is the most important area to get a good fit in, they were a little bit tight. I actually, funnily enough, went home with the 34, but upon reflection, upon trying it on again, it was just too small for my shoulders. And I think in a case of if I gained a bit of weight in the future, or my shoulders got even bigger from the gym, I don't know, that it just would be a waste of money. So the next day I went back and I got the 36. I actually got this blazer for £1,050. Yes, it's a bit more expensive than this one, but I think it was worth it in the sense of it's a classic colour, which Louis V. Roma does not do discounts on, nor does anyone else. I also earned a significant amount of Harrods points. I even went up a tier. I'm now green 2. So that is this blazer, and I probably shouldn't be wrapping it up like this, like a burrito, but don't worry, these are all being hung up very nicely later on. I'm gonna pop that in there. Luxury lovers are probably screaming at me, just pushing that in there. But there you go, those are my two Balmain blazers. And then I'm gonna do a full circle back to my Louisa V. Aroma box purchases, and I've got another item to show you before I finish up with this, and it is actually a top from Self Portrait, a brand that has recently caught my eye, and it is this beautiful rhinestone encrusted top, which has these beautiful peplum details and lovely sleeves here, and then you can tie the back with these two straps. So this top is a size UK 8, and I think it fits well, actually, and the only bit that is a little bit small is the bust area. I have a little bit of a bigger bust, but because it's black, I think it's a little bit forgiven, and to be honest, can just hike the boobs up, it gives brilliant cleavage. And yes, I got this top for 45% off the retail price of, I want to say, £260, yes. And I got it for 130. Do you mention? It's really easy to get in and out of with that zip all the way down, and I love that you can wear this in multiple ways. I don't know if you're meant to, but I will, because I'll get my money's worth from this top. You can wear it with the shoulders up, one shoulder asymmetric, or with both shoulders down, and the strap at the back, these two here really do help in making sure that nothing slips down, because I'm telling you, if it didn't have this strap, a lot of things would be in a show, and the quality is impeccable. I shall be investing in more self-portrait pieces, I'm sure, in the near future. Anyway, moving swiftly along, I'm gonna go now to a pair of shoes. So context behind here, I wanted a beautiful pair of classic pumps that would be great for work, but also I realised that when I'm looking at my shoe collection, everything in my shoe collection is pretty much black, or trainers, which for a lot of the summer dresses that I have nowadays would really benefit from a pair of neutral shoes. So this one I saw in Harrods with my mum, where she got matching pairs. And this is my first pair of Jimmy shoes as well. Here's the dust bag. And we have this beautiful set of pumps here. And let me just see, the design is Sophia in 85, which is the height of 85 centimeters. Now, this is the shoe. It is a beautiful pointed toe with cutout details on the side in the most supple leather. It feels a bit like lambskin. You can see a bit of creasing potentially here. That's because I've worn it. It didn't come like this. That's the only thing I would say about this. It creases really easily and somewhat scuffs a little bit easily. Worn it a few times. This heel does get caught in drains and gaps in the road, so be careful when you have a skinny stiletto heel. Otherwise, all good. Made in Italy, which is nice, and I bought this in a size 38. I want to say these were bought for about £270, and that was with, I think, a 40% discount and then an extra 10% off, just because Harrods just wanted to do that. So I was like, fantastic, take that, thank you very much. And surprisingly, these shoes are quite comfortable despite being an 85. I have Louboutins in size Pigalle 85s. These 85s are way more comfortable. We are nearest to the end now, so I'm gonna open up now, if I can find it. Yes, this exciting blue Tiffany package, and this is my first Tiffany item. This is one that my mum got me as a real surprise, and it is this. Ooh, if I open it the right way. It is a major key. Anyone got that reference? Hey. In rose gold with 3 diamonds in the middle here. The price of this is like, I want to say retail at £1,300, which even for me, I'm a little bit bewildered, like spending that much money on a key. I'd rather spend it on a Chanel handbag or something. But, you know, either way, I'm super blown away, super grateful for this, and yeah, I'm looking forward to finding a chain for it so I can actually wear it. And then if you've made it this far, well, thank you very much, first of all. But it's the moment you've all been waiting for, unless you have indeed skipped to this part, in which case that's naughty, but you know, I get you. I do that sometimes too. So I have used this, but I tried to repackage it just because I love watching people reopen stuff. If you hadn't guessed, it's a Chanel handbag. It's a grey bag, And I was very specific, I suppose, in wanting a grey bag, because in my collection, I've got my pink Chanel Mini, I've got like a neutral Givenchy, I've got a lot of black bags too, and, you know, I just kind of wanted something that wasn't one of those colours already. And I also specifically wanted this grey handbag in a top handle style. I had these requirements. My mum was at the airport and she managed to find this at Heathrow, which I was so happy about. I'd actually wanted the cocoa handle in the medium size, I believe. I did try that once at Harrods and I did love it, but they didn't have this at the airport. I think it just got discontinued at that time. But they had this one that my mum managed to find. So I'm just gonna shut up and I'm gonna show you. There we go. And I didn't bother trying to repackage absolutely everything because I'm not that good at repackaging. So there you go. On top I have this care booklet, which I actually haven't opened, so I shall do now. So this bit's a true unboxing, if you haven't seen one of these before. Oh gosh, that's really stuck. There we go. And so this is, and I'm sure you've seen many of these before. So this is the little Chanel mitt, which I shall be using to buff out any scuffs and things like that. And then you have what I presume is a care booklet. Yes, it is. I thought it would be something cool like that you get with, I guess only the classic flaps now, is like how they make it and stuff, but maybe not. So anyway, it's in this diddy little dust bag, and this dust bag, can I just say, is a lot more higher quality than my other Chanel dust bags. It is this beautiful Chanel Business Affinity bag in the medium size, which I'm so happy for, in this beautiful dove grey, I want to say, in a champagne gold hardware. And oh, it's so funny how life works, because I had my eye on a Business Affinity about a year ago in the nude colour. Then I saw grey bags coming out and I thought grey actually is a more sensible colour for me, something a bit different. Saw the top handle, the cocoa handle bag, forgot about this. And then my mum sends me pictures of this beauty. It was the last item, I believe it was a display item. I always get compliments about this bag from guys and girls alike. It's such a cute little like business style bag, and it fits a ton in, so I'll definitely do a video on that. But just to show you the features of the bag, so obviously it's got the little top handle, which I really love. Then you open it up. Inside, oh, you can hear when I opened it, there's poppers on the side, which is standard for a Business Affinity. A little bit redundant in my opinion, because they always pop open, you just saw. They're not that strong. Then inside it's fabric lined, which is a variation on the usual Business Affinity. Business Affinity in the past has been completely leather lined inside. There's a zip compartment here with the Chanel Authenticity card. This particular bag was made in France, which is very nice. All my Chanel bags have been made in France. Then you've got an empty space here. Then you've got a slip pocket as standard. And then you can see here, which is really, really handy, there is a nice big roomy pocket here, which can fit an iPhone. Plus, on the back then, there is a lovely slip pocket, which again, perfect place for the phone. And then there's little feet at the bottom, which is ever so cute. Oh, and I forgot to mention this strap isn't detachable, it's just on here, but you can always loop it round. And for reference, the price was £2,600 tax-free at Heathrow. And that's everything for the luxury haul. I did want to mention about a meal that I had, a very special meal that I had, and it was at none other than the most highly reviewed Fat Duck restaurant in Bray, which I'd never heard of until now. This is the brochure here, and yeah, you get, this is basically a map of the journey, and it opens up even more the other elements of the journey. journey, which I shan't ruin for you in case you want to go. I've got a lot of the little memorabilias from that meal. It's highly expensive. It's about £323 per person just for the food alone, let alone wine pairings, drink pairings, service charge as well. Nonetheless, it was an experience. First ever experience of a 3-star Michelin restaurant. I've been to Dinner by Heston in the past a few times, which I absolutely love. But this was just next level. The thoughtfulness, the attentive nature of the staff there, and the effort that they put throughout the whole meal. I realise I'm being a bit vague here, but I just don't want to ruin it in case you want to go, as I think their menu has stayed relatively the same. Wanted to give that a mention because although it's not a luxury item, it was definitely a luxury meal. Which I urge anyone who is a foodie to have on their bucket list, just to go once in your life. I think that probably covers you unless they refresh their menu in the future. I had a brilliant experience. The care before the meal, during the meal, and after, even days after, was fantastic. We had a lovely lady called Sylvia, who was our storyteller, who was absolutely amazing. So if you do get her, you're in safe hands. So I wanted to give that a mention. That is everything in my collection, and yeah, now it's time to tidy up. Let me know your thoughts. What was your most favourite item? I'm gonna love you and leave you, and I'll see you in my next one. Question mark? See you then. Bye.